well, I tried. The best way to explain my shit taste in anything is I imagine everything as squares, okay? So if I imagine everything as squares, and what I'm actually doing with my hands, I'm gonna describe the game to you, okay? There are squares on screen, and sometimes you click them once, or click and drag, or double click. To me, no matter what is happening on screen, if I'm just doing that, it's not fun. I described solitaire. To me, solitaire is like, it's borderline not even a game. It's as much of a game as like, it's as much of a game to me as going through my documents and my folders. Like click, click, sometimes drag, double click, click. That's to me, that's not a game. But that's how you control League of Legends. If everything was just squares, and your square shot out squares that you didn't have to aim, and then some squares move by themselves to stand inside of another square to playing yourself more good. Exactly. Now, if I think of a different game like Animal Crossing, to me, Animal Crossing is move the analog stick, then press interact with the button. You press the button that says interact with. It's like the beginning of Pokemon, where you have to get the Pokédex from Professor Oak to somebody else and then bring it back, but there's no monster fighting. It's like Fetch Quest, the video game. So like, if everything was a square and you just move a thing to press A, to move somewhere else to press A, to move somewhere else to press A, to move somewhere, like, to me, that's not a game. So, same thing, Animal Crossing. It's like, fucked. But, now, for me, something like a rhythm game, that's just tapping the same thing over and over again, but the game is the feeling it gives you, not the complexity of it. What is this? Oh, Crab Rave. Paladins from the top down, but moving back and forward is your cover. I would hate that. Mostly top-down games I dislike. Imagine, like, Paladin Strike. Paladins where you can't jump. Where you can only move in 4 directions. And Paladins with no walls. Like, yeah, okay. It's terrible. I think Bethany's back. Okay, another game. Let's say this Crabberry thing is so distracting. Jesus Christ. Let's say. I'm just looking at my games list here. Okay, Portal, puzzle game. You actually have to interact with it, or else nothing will go forward. Super Smash Bros. Melee. You are playing it literally all of the time. Other games where it's like, imagine a game that has 2 buttons and it's just rock paper scissors. It has 3 buttons and it's just rock paper scissors. Pressing a button like this, like if the game is this, click, and then you watch whatever go down on screen, that's not a game to me. You technically pressed something, and it's technically a game that's presented to you in video format, but I'm like, no, not a video game. It's a button. But where's the execution part of it? You know what I mean? So it goes like dive kick, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Smash 4, Ultimate Melee, in terms of like considered a video game in my brain. At the very bottom there's stuff like Minesweeper, Solitaire, Animal Crossing, The Sims, stuff like that. Yeah, it's very hype because it's so limited. It's very hyped because it's so limited, because it's barely a video game. But something like The Sims. Do you know PlayStation Home? You know PlayStation Home? Okay, PlayStation Home was like a Sims that you actually get to play. The Sims is like having an ant farm, and PlayStation Home is like being the ant. So, imagine you're playing Halo, right? And instead of being the person who presses up on the analog stick and moving around and shooting, you look at a map and then you click somewhere and type attack here, and then you sit down and you wait for that somebody else to go and attack there, and then you click somewhere else and you say get health here, and then you sit down and you watch, and then you wait for somebody else to go and get health there. That's Halo Wars / The Sims / League of Legends / StarCraft / those are like games you don't play, games you tell something like the CPU to play for you. Like if I did, like, let's say if I was playing Melee, if I was playing Melee, and I went, there's 2 CPUs fighting, okay? 2 CPUs fighting. And imagine if nothing happened until I took my keyboard and then I clicked. I took my keyboard and I typed the word fight, and then I clicked on Captain Falcon, and then it started doing this. And then I'd be like, it should grab more. And I just type in grab, and I sit back and I watch again. That's not playing a game. That's not a video game. That's like an AI simulation test. Oh, I'm running low on units. Get units. That's playing StarCraft. To me, that's playing League of Legends. I need to go to the other side of the map. Click! Just sit back, cross your arms. Someone's getting close to me. Click away from it. Oh, they stopped chasing me. Click back. Like that. That's every game where you're not like manually controlling the character with an analog input. If it's like an on-off, if it's not like third-person 3D or it's side-scrolling analog stick controlled, if it's like click controlled or anything like that, or if the whole purpose is hold direction and press one button when you get there, like Animal Crossing or Overcooked, or The Sims where it's like you click somewhere and then it just does the thing once it gets there, I'm like, that's not playing. I know. And Overcooked too. Def has a lot of attention to it if you're always moving, but I see where you're getting at. Yeah, to me, like they're video games, but they're not. They don't activate the game part in my game satisfaction thing that I have in my brain. Whatever makes games fun to me, it doesn't activate that for me. It needs to be like, what happened? What happened to my thing?